questions?
Coach, reflection on your year?
Thought we had an outstanding year. Nobody in the state of Texas gave us an opportunity to be back here but us. We're the only ones that believed in ourselves. We graduated 21 seniors, had 13 players sign college scholarships last year. And these two young men right here were part of it. They were returning juniors off the ball club, supplied that leadership for us now. So, you know, we worked hard every day. We're fortunate enough to get back here. But we earned it. We deserve to be here because we beat some good football teams.
Agreed.
Of course, we run up against a good one today, but we deserve to be here.
Coach, Pleasant Grove got that long touchdown on the first play of the game. You know, how did that kind of set the tone for them being able to move the ball a little bit through the air?
Well, you know, that happened to us a couple of weeks in a row where we had last week we had a big play right off the bat, but I didn't rattle these guys. You know, we hung in there pretty good and fought them. And, you know, as it turned out, they couldn't run the football against us, and we didn't think they could be able to run the ball. They had to throw the ball, so, you know, and you see the results. You know, had to throw the ball, and they did. The quarterback did a good job. Receivers did a good job. Hats off to them.
Coach, you just want to talk about your senior class this year?
Well, not many of them, you know, 13 or 14 of them. But like I say, along with these two guys right here, some other 10 or 12 gave us some great leadership. Now we got some young kids coming back. We end up, not to pass over the senior class, but we had some young kids. Sophomores played out there quite a bit, some juniors. But these two young men will go out into the world this next year, but they will always be remembered because I'm telling you now, this senior class was part of a pretty good run. We were 40 games in a row, and they're part of that. They're part of that tradition and that history at West Orange Star because, you know, in 40 games, we had some bumps in the road. I mean, there was pretty good football teams that we beat on the way last week with Wimberley, and not to downgrade anybody that we played them, but at dang Madisonville, I believe these guys right here testify that they were pretty good. So we played some good football teams, and you know, and we played a good one today. We just come up short.
For both the student athletes, what's the thought for you guys when they go up 28-6, and well, you guys didn't quit there. What's the thought for your group when they go up 28-6 and you come within one down bounce maybe from being able to tie that game at the end?
We just never give up. We play 48 minutes, like Coach says. We go in at halftime, we evaluate. When we come back out, and we huddle up there for we work hard. We work from August to December, and we deserve to be here, and we played our hearts out.
We couldn't give up. Coach never told us to. He ain't tell us to give up. That's not good vocabulary. We had to always just keep our heads up and keep pushing, and that's what we did.
Throughout the time that you guys have both played for Coach, what kind of things has Coach taught you guys about football and being, you know, young men?
He taught us a lot. It's too many to list. He taught us how to work as a team. Don't never point fingers at one another. Everybody got their jobs, but we still won. So
He's a pretty good coach. He taught us a lot in life, and being part of this team, this tradition, it just helped us on along in the road.
Coach, talk about the progression from here to now that you've seen this team.
Excuse me?
Talk about the progression from here to now that you've seen this team.
Talking about for the first of the year?
Yes, sir.
We come back and, you know, we had a lot of talk, a lot of people ask us about this football team. You know, we had to replace 18 starters, what it amounted to. We had some like 2.5, maybe 3 on the defensive side of the ball, maybe 2 or 3 on the offensive side of the ball. And we had some guys that had to end up having to go both ways during the course of the year. But from the time we started this year, you know, to now, much improved football team. Because we use that old blue-collar ethic. You go out there, you know, and work ethic. You go out there and you work to prepare yourself every day. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's when you win or lose your football game. So much improved. And then we got some leadership from our senior squad this year, and that the younger kids coming back and build on. But as we went along, we still had some question marks about whether we would be able to get here or compete on the playoff level in the state of Texas. We proved them wrong because we got here to the big house and got to play on the biggest stage in the state of Texas in high school football. There's none other better. You won't play anywhere better these guys in the rest of their life than the stage that they played on today and represented ourselves well as Mustangs.
Coach, here you are. I sense you have a little conflicting emotions coming into the year. You're losing all those starters. You think, well, what are we going to have? What are we going to be? 40 wins in a row, and now tonight you come up one short of another state championship. So it's like proud of the guys, but disappointed. How are you feeling right now? How do all you guys feel with those conflicting emotions?
Well, myself, of course we're disappointed because we didn't come out on top today. But this little football team, they made a lot of sacrifices, both on and off the field here. And our football season, people don't understand, it started in January. A lot of you guys are sitting around waiting for it to start in August. We started in January, busting our tail with off-season program and our run squad, the iron squad, and lifting and working football. And as the spring went on, we as a coaching staff got to thinking, we may be pretty good before it's over with, because these old guys got about 6 extra weeks last week. These two guys got 12 extra the last 2 years because as sophomores, they were walking longer. Juniors, they got playing time. So we got a little extra workout time the last couple of years. So, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. So, as the year went on, and our kids do not have any idea. These two guys, I tell them all the time, you have no idea what the impact you have had on Orange County. Because guys, we missed our first 2 games. We had Harvey come down and blow half our doo-doo away, so to speak, and we was underwater and all that stuff. So we called a voluntary practice. I told the superintendent, get our football team back on the field and you'll get back in school quicker. We called a voluntary practice 1 week. On a Monday we had 40 kids there. Next day we had 32. Next day we had about 18 because they was having to work at their houses and stuff, cleaning out their houses and stuff. But the following Monday, we called a mandatory practice. Every one of them was there, and they've been there since then. So they have no impact on how it's brought our community back together. I don't care what your job is, where you work, what color your skin. You look at them stands out there, that blue and silver out there, we was all here for one reason today. So that's a big deal in Orange, Texas, I'm telling you that.
Coach, I know you guys lost, but speaking on what you just spoke on now, seeing as how you overcame a lot for everybody on the panel, reaching this pinnacle still right now today, does it somewhat still feel like a win considering what you went through?
Well, I'm going to say this, we've proven it. It's happened before in Orange, Texas. We went through, some of you other people have too, but we went through storms there where our season was set back, but it has made us stronger every time. Then we come back after Harvey, and I'm telling you now, it's made the community tougher and stronger every time it happens, So, we didn't reach the top of the mountain, but we're halfway up that rascal, Today was a great day for Orange County. We have something to rally around because there were 2 teams playing today, and both of them pretty dang good. And I'm the only one here in trouble. Today's my anniversary, and I didn't bring home that anniversary gift, so I may be in a trap. But it is a great day here for Orange, Texas. And after we get a chance to reflect on it here in about a week or so, because these 2 guys are resilient, and they will remember the times. I told them this is the best year of your life, the best week of your life athletically here. You will remember this forever. And Coach Thompson loves you, I'll tell you that. Okay.
Coach, this is Pleasant Grove's first trip to the state championship. What do you remember about your first time, as someone who's been here a lot of times before? What do you remember about your first time, and what did you think about how...
first time I came here, we came and won the state championship here. There's no other feeling. People say, well, you got your state championship, you won another one. and you want another one. I'm a greedy booger, you know, I want another. So this is my 47th year. It ain't over for me. I'm gonna snap it some more. These guys are going down the road, but I'm still gonna be there and pushing that next bunch next year. And lo and behold, we may be back next year. You never can tell.
Last question on the side.
Cornell, was it just a matter of you guys just beat by a better team, just playing better than you guys today?
I don't think they was any better than we were. I think that we left some points out there on the field. I'm not trying to downgrade them. They got a good football team, but I don't think they was any better than we were. They capitalized on some mistakes that we made. We left some points out there on the field, and I'm still unhappy about the fake punt that we got called back. But there was a combinations of things that happened during the course of the game that didn't go the Mustangs' way today, but that's part of it, you know. I'm gonna quote my man Lou Holtz. He said a long time ago, he said, I've been 10-0 and I've been 0-10, and I'll be both again if I stay in here long enough. So that may happen again, I'm telling you what. But hopefully, my deal is I want to get back. I want to get back here, but it was a great day to come and watch these young men that are right here in our football team perform at West Orange Star. It's a big deal for our community.
Thank you. Congratulations on a great year.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Okay.